Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Olaleye Akintemi. In the course of my speaking to some people, I realized they don't understand what the state pension is all about. And a lot of people don't even know whether they will be able to get the state pension or not, because they don't know what actually qualifies them for it. They don't know how to monitor it or how to check anything about it. And a lot of people don't even know that there is a difference between state pension and workplace pension. So I decided I would do a video on this just to clarify it and to let people know the difference between state pension and the workplace pension and how they can actually access their state pension. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to do to be able to access your state pension is to go to this government website, www.gov.uk. And once you get to this website, you click on personal tax account, and then you need to sign in to be able to access your information, because this is actually a personal information. So you need to log in. And if you haven't got a login, then you need to create an account so that you can access the information. So I already have an account, so I can easily log in. So they will send a code to my mobile phone number, and then I can actually confirm that it is my account that I'm trying to access. Okay, right, so I'll click on continue. So, and then 1. So once you've gone through the security stage, then you will come to a place like this, to this website, where you can actually see your information about your national insurance contribution, about the tax you pay, and about the state pension. There are a lot of information you can actually see on this page, but I'm not going to go through everything. I'll just go through a few of them, and you can always, at your own time, register to use the gov.uk website and then have access to your state pension. So just to show you, okay, let me go quickly into the annual tax summary. If you want to see the amount of tax and the national insurance contribution you paid for the last 3 years, you can easily come here. So let's say, for example, I want to look at my 2020 to 2021 payee, pay as you earn. I'll click on that. I'll go into the next page. And this tells me that this is 2020 to 2021, and then your income and taxes. So you can actually see how much income tax you pay and how much tax you pay. So for that tax year, my taxable income is £33,772, and the total amount I pay as tax and the national insurance contribution is actually £7,549. And I can see the breakdown of that, how much is tax and how much is national insurance contribution. So you can see everything on screen, and all this information are there for you as well. Whether you register and log in to access them or not, the information is there for you. So it's up to you to register and be able to access this information. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Well, let's have a look. As you can see here, you can actually look back into the last 3 tax years. Okay, and having a look at the tax and the national insurance contribution. So how your tax was spent. So again, people know that money is taken from their account, but they don't know how the government spend it. So the tax and the national insurance contribution, this is the breakdown of what the government spend the money on. And the percentage of your contribution that goes into each aspect of government expenditure, you can actually see it here. So from the total amount of 7,000 plus, which was taken from me, 21% of that amount was spent on health by government, by the UK government. So out of the 7,000 plus that was taken from me, 19.6% of that money was spent on welfare. 14.4% was spent on business and industry. But the most important area to me is the state pension. So because I contributed to the tax and also the national insurance, then that means the government is able to put 10% of the tax and national insurance contribution that I made. The government was able to put 10%, 10.1% of it into my state pension. So you can see that here. So 10.1% of my tax and national insurance contribution actually goes into my state pension. So let me just clarify this for you. As you can see, out of the total amount that was deducted from my salary, £763 was put into my state pension for the tax year 2020 to 2021. So let's go back and quickly verify this. Right, so as you can see here, income tax and national insurance contribution, £7,549. And if you multiply that by 10.1%, which the government actually puts into my state pension, if you multiply it by 10%, then that gives you £763. And that is what entitles me to state pension. When I get to my state pension age, then I can actually collect what has been set aside or what has been kept aside by the government for me. So let me quickly take you to where you can get more information about the state's pension. Okay, let me show you the state pension very quickly, the forecast. So based on what I've been contributing, the government has been putting some money aside for me. So you can see from this page here, and the national insurance contribution has actually been revised from this tax year. So your forecast is £185 per week, and that is £805 per month, and that is £9,660 in a year. So this is the maximum amount that I or anyone can actually receive if we contribute to the state pension. So the maximum amount anyone can receive, and for you to be able to receive this maximum amount, you need to contribute for 35 years. If you don't contribute for 35 years, then based on the number of years which you contribute, you will receive a pro rata amount. So based on the number of years that I have contributed, I have actually accumulated an amount of £120 per week. So if I stop working now, or if I don't contribute to the state pension, if I don't pay national insurance contribution, if I don't pay tax anymore, I've already built up a state pension to the total amount of £120 per week. And what this means is, when I get to my state pension age in 2034, the government will pay me £120 per week, and that will be paid for the rest of my life. Okay, let's come back. Let's go out of this, and then I can show you one more thing very quickly before I leave this page. Okay, if you want to see the national insurance contribution you've been paying since whenever you started paying. I started paying national insurance contribution in 1995/1996, and I've paid up to 2021/2022. So if you want to see how much you have been paying, again, you can come to this page here under the gov.uk website, and you can see all the information. And the summary of my national insurance contribution is what you can see here. So you will see your own summary as well if you log in. So 21 years of full contribution. I've actually made full contribution for 21 years, which means I will definitely get a state pension. You need to contribute for a minimum of 10 years before you're qualified to collect or get the state pension. 13 years to contribute before 5th April 2034. April 2034 is my state pension year. And I still have 13 years to continue. But even if I don't contribute anymore, I've already built up £120 a week, but I will still continue to contribute. So hopefully, by the time I stop paying national insurance contribution, maybe I may have accumulated £130 per week or £140 per week. It all depends. So you need to register at gov.uk to be able to access your state pension, your tax, and your national insurance contribution. So let's talk about workplace pension. With the workplace pension, you need to actually speak to your employer or to the company that was contracted to handle the workplace pension for you. A lot of organizations, they actually contract out the pension to be handled by some other company. Only very few companies handle the pension in-house. So for you to be able to access your workplace pension, you need to speak to your company to give you access, online access, or to tell you the pension company that they contracted that service to, and then you can now ask for online access. So I used to work with an insurance company about 15 years ago, and the pension was contracted to Royal London. And I spoke to Royal London. I got the access to be able to look into my workplace pension. And if I want to log in now, I can easily log in and see my workplace pension. But this insurance company I used to work with, that was 15 years ago. I've not worked with them in the last 15 years, but my pension with them is still growing and I can monitor it. So I don't need to go into that. My main work in the last 12 years has been in the NHS. So I also have access to my NHS pension. So if you do have NHS pension, or if you work with NHS, if you have access to the electronic staff record, which is also called the ESR, then you can log in into your ESR account, and then you can come to this section of the ESR website where it says view my TRS, and that means view my total reward statement. So if you click on this, you will need to log in into your total reward statement, which is your pension account. You will need to log in there. And when you log in, it brings you to a page like this, where you can actually see your total reward statement. So if you want to view or download your pension statement, then you can do it here. You can either download it or you can view it online. And you can come back here as many times as possible to see how your pension is growing with the NHS. So if you don't have access to ESR, which is an electronic staff record, if you don't have access to that, even though you work with NHS, but you don't have access to the ESR, you can actually log in directly to see your NHS pension. If you go to www.totalrewardstatement.nhs.uk. So you can still see your pension if you log in directly at www.totalrewardstatement.nhs.uk. So what you need to do is to log in here. And if you haven't registered, then you need to register first. Once you've done the registration on this website, then you will be able to actually see your pension. It's good to monitor your pension to know how much you've built up, and again, to be able to plan for the future. If you need any advice on pension, there are two good websites which I've actually found, and they have a lot of useful information. The first one is a website called Unbiased. If you go to Unbiased, www.unbiased.co.uk, if you go to their website, you will come to a page where it says, download your free pension guide. This is a very useful guide, and it is written in simple, plain English, and everything is just step by step. I will encourage everyone to download this guide and actually read it. And also, another good website which I found is a Money Helper. So if you go to Money Helper as well, on their website, they have a section where you can actually see a lot of different guides. And they have guides on the pension and retirement as well. So if you come to where it says personal pension, again, you can download this guide for free, and you can actually read it, and it will give you a very good direction on how you need to work on your pension, how you can manage your pension, and the steps you need to take to be able to ensure that everything goes well with your pension, and you have a good plan against when you will retire. So thank you for listening. Please remember to click the subscribe button, click the like button, and also please share this information with your friends and family so that everyone can actually benefit from it. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you very soon again.